Hello, my lovely Gemini. This is going to be your monthly reading. This is going to show you what is going to happen a month ahead from the day that you see this. Even though that this is going to be your April reading, you can see this whenever it comes to you. You will always be guided to the reading and the messages that you see, especially if you stumble upon this video randomly. I will put out the cards and then we're going to see what messages I can get for you. But before we start, remember that, take what resonates and leave the rest, flip the roles in any situation. Always use your intuition. First of all, the first intuitive message I got for you was let it come to you. And the wind just picked up when I said that. So that is very important for you. That whatever you're waiting for, whoever you're waiting for, the message here is let it come to you. Might be prosperity, might be luck. We do have diplomacy and we have kindness. So whatever you're going through, it's very important that you keep the kindness inside of you. That you remember that. You do need to change your tracks. You do need to change the way that you usually did things because it's not working anymore. You do have 3 round circles. So again, you might feel that you're going around in circles. We also have the firefly where you also can see a circle. So again, there is a lot of this awareness and coming into a new circle. Coming into a new pathway for you. Being aware that you can have prosperity. That your prosperity is actually growing stronger. Also for you, I feel that it's important that you're not afraid of this new beginning or that you're afraid of what it is that you want to put out in the world. To shine. I do see someone sitting at a table with, like you have your hands in your head. Like you have had a moment where you totally gave up on where to go of a situation. Like I feel that you had a moment where you spoke with the universe, where you asked the universe, I just want this one chance. I ask for a sign. And it is coming to you. The message is that whatever you're waiting for, it's coming to you. But you have too much clutter or you have a lot of input from the wrong source. Like even though you feel that the situation is bad, there's actually something positive coming your way. No matter how lost you might feel at this moment. And on a soul level, you are really entering a major learning curve. And it is time for you to change. It's time for you to raise your consciousness to a higher level. Because your consciousness is actually the thinker. You do need to see your consciousness as the thinker, and your unconsciousness is your paradigm. It's everything that you have learned, from you got born to up to the point where you are right now. And I do feel that, again, it has the energy that what you thought you learned is actually not the truth. Like the situation is not bad. So it's not in a bad way. It's the consciousness is your tool, it's your magic, it's your magic brain, because it has a lot of senses, like seeing things, listening to things, smelling things, and it makes us react in the moment. If you hear bad news, you can decide if you want to let it dwell into your unconscious mind or if you want to let it go back to the source. So you don't want to put it into your mind. And I do feel that is what you do right now. You're putting things into your conscious mind that's actually lingering into your paradigm. And you do want to shift your paradigm. You do want to go into something new here. You do need to avoid overthinking at this time because your mind is very sensitive at this moment. You are very sensitive at this moment. You need to use this tool that you have inside of you. You are being guided successfully into the new path. You are leaving what no longer works behind. Your soul's path is changing because that you are ready for this growth and for this freedom that's coming your way. You have to, aggressively actually look at your circumstances and your roadblocks as an invitation to to move into the new. Because the more that you do that, the more that you align with the direction that you are actually wanting to go, like your authentic self. It's important that you stay connected with your conscious mind, because again, that is what you feed. That is what's going straight down to your unconscious mind. Whatever you put in your unconscious mind is what your mind's like, oh, this is what's going to grow, and that is what's going to grow. No matter what seed you are planting in your unconscious mind is going to grow. So it's important at this time that you control what information you get in, what information you believe in, and what you want to feed your soul with right now, because it's going to grow. So you do need to sit down right now and think, what do I want in my life? What do I want to grow in my life? Is it the money problem you want to focus about? Is it that you are stuck? Is it that you feel lonely, or that you, again, you can continue with these thoughts. What is it that you want to feed your mind with right now? And it's so easy at this time to feed your mind with chaos. But you also have to remember, if you choose to feed your mind with chaos, that's what's going to grow. You do need to pray for the strength that you have inside of you, and you have to fully move up instead of moving down. Don't feel like the victim of other people's negative behaviors. It is time for you to change the path here. Again, move up instead of moving down. That is your divine nature that's going to guide you. It's like you have to walk where the sun is, not where the shadows. Because again, it makes sense what you're going to receive if you walk on a dark path, because you're not going to be able to see anything. You're going to stumble upon things, or stumble over things. Maybe that's a better way to say it. I do feel that you are inspired in this time, but you're also letting the chaos control you a little bit too much. Like you can see with the firefly, that there's a lot of darkness, and the inspiration and the fantasies around you is, they're trying to emerge. They're trying to get out there. They're trying to be like, hey, you like to do this, so do this. But I do feel that you do need to change tracks so that you can see, the fantasies. You need to feed your consciousness with fantasies, with imagination, because whatever you can imagine is what you can create. It's very important for you to understand that. You can illuminate all the darkness. Again, you don't have to walk in darkness. You don't need to sit at a table and feel the darkness. You can get up and you can imagine what it is that you actually want now, because it's going to feed or fuel your dreams. It's going to make prosperity come into your life. It's going to make you see the path ahead. If you don't feel that you have this moment of inspiration or awakening, it's going to come to you very quickly. I do feel that a lot of you guys had this moment yesterday where you really felt lost, or where you really felt like, I need a sign, I need something to guide me. And I do feel you watching this video right now is your guide. It's actually what you asked for. To learn a tool that, that can help you. And your tool is yourself, because it's your conscious mind. It's you shifting your paradigm, it's you shifting your track that you are on, the old track. Because again, if you have been wearing a shirt for 10 years, that shirt is going to be weared out. It's going to smell, it's going to, it's going to make you feel uncomfortable. And that's the same with the old path that you have been on. It makes you feel uncomfortable. And including other people that has been on that path, it makes you feel uncomfortable. But because that your paradigm is like, well, I'm used to those people. I'm used to this way. I'm used to drive my car in that direction to work. So that is the right way, right? And it's not. There's a brand new path waiting for you, with new people, with a new you. It's inside of you. It's inside of your mind. It's your imagination. You just need to call upon this power that you have inside of you, to dare to actually shine your light, dare to be different. This is an invitation for you. This is a new job that's going to come your way with this imagination and this inspiration. It's you harnessing this creative spirit inside of you. And that's going to make the path, illuminate. And with the reverse moon, yes, you can't see the path because the path is not illuminated yet, because you have to take the first step here. You need to let this seed of imagination, seek into, or, get into your conscious mind. So they can get down to your subconscious mind. And, again, that is going to get down to your body. And with the body, we move, we take actions, we follow the new path. So you do have to start with your conscious mind here, with your imagination. You have to plant the seed before that your mind can show you where the new path is. And I just heard a yes, so that is what you need to do. The spirit is really guiding you today. You are at this moment avoiding a difficult emotional situation. Maybe even this confrontation energy, like you don't want to confront someone with this, I'm not happy with this situation, or with yourself maybe. Again, this can be you as a person, you as a soul, not being happy on this old path, in this old clothes. But because of your paradigms tells you that that is what you have been used to, so that is the right way. Your soul is actually trying to show you that you need to confront yourself or someone else with a situation, with your emotions. Because there's something that you're ignoring from the past, and it's really getting back to the surface right now in the time where you might, be unemployed, or you might sit at home, or you are probably sitting at home, because we all are in this moment. If you're not someone who has to go to work, again, what is your fears actually telling you right now? And again, with the messenger of air, this is for you all about your paradigm. It's all about the opinions that you have gathered from your past, from other people's opinions. Like, you might listen to other people's opinions, but you're actually not listening to what you want. And that is your paradigm shift here. That is actually pretty big. What you think is how you act, and you need to realize that there is something you need to shift in this. And now that you have the 8 with the circle, again, this is your power. This is all about what you want to have power about, or, over. That it's all about, putting plans in action, achieving things. It's all about speed. So things are going to move. But again, you need to be willing to shift your paradigm. You need to be willing to shift to a new path. And you do this with kindness to yourself, but also to other people, to your religion. Again, I do feel that for some of you, you might have grown up with another religion or another way of seeing this, like the universe or manifestation or God or Buddha or Allah or whatever, You might want to shift something that you thought you believed in the past that you might not believe in anymore. We are all one, and we are all dancing around in the same energy. It's not because you have a lower energy than other people. We all have the power within us to actually create what we want to create. It's not because that someone is a millionaire that doesn't mean that you can't become a millionaire, because you can. It's all about shifting the way that you see the situation. Like, if you're someone who looks at people who have money and you talk down to them, or you're like angry about it, then the universe is not going to give you that, that path into becoming a millionaire, because that you don't want that, because you don't really, speak the vibrations out to it. So whatever it is that you want to create, you won't need to speak out the vibration of that. You need to think and believe that you can have this, or you can create this. You can also walk in that path. You are putting limits around yourself. You are building blocks around yourself because of things that you believe from the past, because of what people tell you. Like, if people tell you that you can't do that, you believe that. It's all about your conscious mind. If your conscious mind let other people tell you that you can't do that, that's what you're going to believe. That is the seed that you're going to plant, and that is what's going to grow. And the circle card is here to remind you of the circle of life, that you are involving yourself, you are changing, you're always connected. Even today, you are a human, you are connected with the spirit, with nature, with the cosmos, with everything. You are not different from someone who can create $1 million. You are not, because you can. Or you are not different from someone who can create or have love inside of them or around them to attract the perfect person into your life. You can do that too. It's all about, do you believe that you can? What do people actually tell you? You know, what are you listening to when it comes to attracting things? I do feel that is the major message for you. You need to really play around with, what do you believe in? What are you listening to? Because whatever you are listening to, whatever you put into your mind, is going to grow. That is the law. It's not going to ask you 2 times, are you sure that you want to grow this? No, whatever you put into your mind is going to grow. So think about what you want to put into your mind today, because again, you want prosperity, you need to think like someone who owns it, someone who can have that, someone who does have that. It's your birthright to have this in your life. With that, I really hope that this could help you. Please let me know in a comment below. Also, remember to like and subscribe, because it does help me out so much. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! When all you seem to do